Right, here we go. Test number 1 in round 1 of the 1.9 inch crawler Tyre Showdown. And in this test we have the Jconcepts Tusk, which is in the green compound, versus a fake Canyon Trail. Jconcepts Tusk is our number 1 seed and the fake Canyon Trail is our number 16 seed. The Jconcepts Tusk, very well known tyre. It is running the Formonda pink soft silicon insert, and the fake Canyon Trail is running whatever foam that it came with. Jconcepts Tusk is on a metal beadlock wheel, and the fake Canyon Trail is on the plastic wheel that it came on. It actually came on a TRX4 2021 Bronco clone that I bought, which I haven't actually run yet. Now, this might seem like an unfair comparison, and it probably is, but to be honest with you, I was trying to pad the numbers because I was trying to get my tyres up to have 16 tyres for the test. Anyway, we're going to test these tyres and see if there might be any surprises with the fake Canyon Trail. Here's our first obstacle, which is a pretty straightforward climb. It is quite steep, and the Jconcepts Tusk goes straight up without any issues apart from me crashing. And the fake Canyon Trail, straight away, it's a very hard rubber compound, and we can hear the hard rubber scraping against the concrete and the rocks. Instead of softly clawing its way up, it's slipping, which is not a great sign for a crawler tyre. When you hear that noise, generally means the rubber compound is just too hard. Now, I didn't want to unfairly disadvantage some of these lower seated or higher seated, lower seated, but not as good tyres. I wanted to give them a fair crack at these obstacles and give them every chance. But it just wasn't to be on this obstacle, not yet at least. I'm giving it another crack. Really easy to be biased, and not meaning to be, but biased in these sorts of tests, but hence I'm giving the obstacles a good crack just to see if I can get up. So, fair to say, round 1 to the Tusk. Next obstacle is a smooth piece of concrete, and the Tusk goes straight up without any wheel spin whatsoever. And here we go with the fake Canyon Trail. Not quite so easy. This pretty much comes down to a hard rubber compound not being able to grip that soft surface. It's really struggling, doesn't want to go up. And we will give it another crack. As I said before, I just wanted to be fair to every tyre in the test, to give it every chance possible to complete these obstacles. Moving on to the next obstacle to the right. Once I've lined myself up, a little bit of wheel spin at the top, just had to punch it over that little ledge, but got up very, very easily. Here we go with the Fake Canyon Trail. And once again, not quite so easy. And again, you can hear the hard rubber compound trying to grip that concrete. Now potentially you may think it was a disadvantage that this has plastic wheels and the Tusk had metal beadlocks, but in reality the wheel will not matter. The tyre compound is just way too hard, and having heavier wheels is not going to fix that. Fair to say I gave it a fair crack. It was not to be. It's my side heel test, and we have the Tusk again, tackling the obstacle from right to left. Now I took this really easily. I was actually positioned behind the camera when I filmed this, and I shouldn't have been. I couldn't really see where I was going. I should have been over to the left of the camera, and that's why it doesn't seem too bad. I kind of felt like I took a long time to get through there, and it was purely because I couldn't really see where I was going. And look, I crashed. So now from left to right. Said it plenty of times before, but you need to, I need to line this obstacle up perfectly. There's a perfect line. And get it first go. That was easy as. Couldn't have done it better. And the Fake Canyon Trail. Again, taking this quite slowly. At that point, I'm probably wishing I had been on a different, in a different position filming, but it gets through. Just got to manoeuvre, get into the right position to get that right line to come back over. And I save. Make a save from crashing. Now we'll see. I'm going to give this quite a few goes. The rubber compound is so hard, it just doesn't want to grip against that concrete. It just wants to slide, and every time it slides, I miss. You can only sort of get up there. It's a bit hard to see on that camera angle, but you've got to get it lined up perfectly. And if you miss putting the right hand side tyre in the exact right spot, you just can't get up. And what's happening is that it just, I've taken too high a line that time, but once the tyre slides down the hill, you just can't get it. It's all over. Yeah, it's just sliding. But I'm persevering. Probably a little bit too much, but as I said before, I wanted to give all of the tyres a genuine chance of making the obstacle. Probably fair to say at this stage I'm flogging a dead horse. That's pretty clear the way this is headed. Just tried to bump it there, bump it. And I've called it quits. We go with the Tusk again. Up this sort of stepped obstacle, which is a pretty poor camera angle. It's not great at all, but it gets up very, very easily. Barely spun a wheel. And now the Fake Canyon Trail. And straight away we can see we're on Struggle Street. Go back and reset. Coming in on that angle should make it a little bit easier. But it just does not want to grip. Try bumping it. Just does not want to go. And once again, probably fair to say I'm flogging a dead horse here. Now, I'm not sure if you can actually buy these tyres. If you can, then don't buy them. These are terrible, terrible tyres and worthy of the number 16 seed. I knew they'd be bad. I probably expected a little bit more out of them, to be honest with you. I thought they might do a little bit better, but they're a terrible, terrible tyre. And unfortunately, I have wasted a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money, but I have wasted money on Chinese clone tyres or fake tyres, and they all perform similar to this. Very hard rubber compound, and not worth the effort, not worth the money. So we have a clear winner, the Jconcepts Tusk. Very, very clear winner, and it should be because it's the number 1 seed. The Fake Canyon Trail really just got thrown into this test to make up the numbers. Interestingly, the Fake Canyon Trail, the tyres have all been glued on the plastic wheels the same way. So the tyre, it's actually directional, but because they've all been glued on the same way, that means that the tyres on, say, the right hand side are facing the right way, and then the tyres on the left hand side are facing backwards because, yeah, they've just been put on the rims incorrectly, which is probably typical of a Chinese clone type of tyre. As what you'd expect. As I said, I don't think you can buy that. Well, maybe you can buy the Fake Canyon Trails or clones, I'm not sure, but if you can, don't. Jconcepts Tusk will go through to the next round. The Fake Canyon Trail will probably find their way into the bin, or they actually may find their way into an obstacle in the crawler yard somewhere. I think that'd look good, half buried in concrete, because they're not much good for anything else. Thanks very much for watching. This test is over. Keep an eye out for the upcoming tyre tests.